And hello back hivers, how we doing? Welcome back to the farm, welcome back to Hamish McArthur's story and progress here on the farm in KinLaig. And we have just woken up again on this lovely August after our previous episode with the harvest, and we're now going to get to work on emptying the field, prepping it, doing some sampling and stuff like that as we prepare for winter and we take her in for our end of the year, because we're halfway through the year. We're only in the month of August, and we are going to take her all the way through and see where we go. So yeah, appreciate everyone that watched the previous video. Hopefully you all enjoyed that and all the likes and everything like that came through. But yeah, welcome into episode 2, and we're going to get started. So we are going to start with heading to the shop. We're going to take this with us as well, to get stuff organised. So let's go ahead and we will prep everything. So we'll go sell this cedar because I feel like we're going to need a bigger one than this, and then we will also look at getting a baler and everything like that, because I feel like we're going to need it. So let's just make sure we can get out of here. Or not. She's a bit... I think we're hitting a collision box right now. There we go. Yeah, we're hitting an invisible wall there as we were coming out, so that's fine. Yeah, let's take this over to the store. We'll sell her, and we will then be good to go on that front. So let's open this gate up. I'm going to go back to first person because we don't need the external, and we'll head over to the store. Right, we have now arrived at the field after that. So as you can tell, we did just buy a square baler, and we are just now just putting her into position, ready to go, and we are good on that side. So we make sure that we're 220 centimeters for the baler and for the backer, which is pretty much the standard size. And this back one is just going to be a bale counter, so all the bales will go on, will come off, will go into the back, and then they'll stack up. I think it stacks up in 3 or 4s, and then it will then drop, and then it'll be a lot easier for us when it comes to collecting the bales. So let's go ahead, we'll start on this field and then we'll do the other field. So it shouldn't take us that long, but good to have bales, especially for the winter season, for probably Highland cattle as well as the sheeps as well, but also probably just good to have in general, either if we want to sell if we have too many. But yeah, we'll do these 2 fields with the baling, and then we'll then hop into grabbing the sampler, and then we'll sample our fields with precision farming, and then we'll get a rough idea where stuff is. So I will talk to you guys very, very soon. Enjoy the music, and yeah, we'll be back with you very, very soon. And welcome back. We are now done with the baling, and we are now going to do some samples for the fields. We're going to go through all the fields that we have, excluding the grass one that we have to the north of the field of the farm, and we're just going to go around the 2 fields that we harvest plus the one that's ploughed, and then we're going to send off all the samples. What this will do, this will tell us the state and where certain parts of precision farming is. Whether it's loamy sand, loamy, stuff like that. A lot of stuff like that needs to be brought to attention to detail. There has to be certain ranges for certain crops during certain times of the year, and yeah, that's where we are at this moment in time. So we're going to speed up this process because for you guys, because this can be quite lengthy, and then we will then come back once we've done this, and we will figure out what we're doing afterwards. We might collect the bales, we might not, but we'll see how Hamish is feeling, because it is coming up for 5:30 in game time, so the sun is going to start dropping and it's going to be starting to turn night. So I don't think bringing out a telehandler and doing some baling at night time is going to be ideal, but we'll see how long this takes us. So I'll talk to you guys very, very soon. Enjoy the sample testing, and I'll be back with you. there you have it. There is the first lot of samples being sent off for the 3 fields we own. Of course we own field 35, which is up there, but we are not going to sample that because it is just grass, so there is no need to sample grass, because it's not like that we're going to be ploughing it to put a different crop on it. So we'll go ahead, we'll take these back to the farm and we'll put them somewhere, and then we will wait for those samples to come back and see, and then it will be good to go. But yeah, we bought these 2 outright, so it's all good. So it comes in handy for the season. We're going to do these samples every so often. I think it's every 3 months, I think, if I remember correctly, before you have to get new ones. So let's go ahead, let's park this up here. And drop that. Nice. Right, so what we do need to do on this instance right now is, before the store closes, which I'm not too sure what time the store closes, we're going to go down and go grab a brand new seeder, because I feel like we're going to need it. But one thing I do need to go check is, I did see a bag in here from the previous seeder. What is this? Is this just seeds? It is. It's a seed of 1,000 litres. Okay, so let's run down to the shop real quick, since it is 6:15 in the game, and we'll go grab a brand new seeder, since we sold our old one to help, and then we'll take it from there. We're going to probably need lime as well. We're going to need fertilisation. We're going to need seeds. We're going to need a lot. But we do have 589,000, so we're keeping an eye on our money. We're not buying a lot. We're only buying stuff that we're going to need for the long term and longevity, which of course is the sampler and the sensor, which comes in handy. The seeder we'll just lease out for just now, because I feel like in time we will get a bigger one. This one's just going to do us just for to run us over until we can financially own one. Same with the combine. The combine's out on a lease, and then we will eventually buy that outright as well in the long scheme of things. So coming up to the shop, I'm actually not too sure if this map actually has it where the store barrier closes, but I know in other maps it does, but we shall go have a look and see, because yeah, there's a barrier here, so we're not too sure when this thing closes. So let's jump out. Let's make sure we don't park in this box, because it does say keep clear, and we shall take a look. So we currently own where is it? Where is our tractor? What have we got? Have we got a is this a medium New Holland that we've got? Or is it a small one? Actually it looks, it's this one. Oh, it's a large tractor. Ah, okay, fair. Okay, so we can go up to 359 horsepower maximum. I don't know if it's actually got that in by standard, but one thing we do need to check actually, before we even do anything, we need to check what crops we can grow during this season. So planting season. So we're in the planting season for canola, or we can wait another month and then start planting barley. We are also in the planting season for oilseed radish, which is okay. Or we can wait another month until wheat. So we can't do onions because onions are done in March. We can't do oats, so we'll do some. I guess we could do some canola. I don't think canola doesn't sell for much, does it? 730. I mean, it still sells pretty high, but its highest sell point's in December. But that will not be until next year anyway, so it's fine. So yeah, we will have a look at that. So we just need a normal one. So we can go up to a 350. So we can pretty much get a good big one, to be honest, here. And do we have any modded ones? And this is part of the Highland expansion, so this does all the fruits that we need for 135,000. 300 horsepower, 2,200 litres, which is actually quite a small tank, to be honest, when we could get this for 125,000, a little bit less. It takes more litres, it takes 5,500, 5,500 litres, 270 horsepower, and it's a 6 metre. This is a 6 metre as well, so I feel like in the long scheme of things, this one might actually be better for us. That might be a shout. So what we'll do, we'll lease that. Obviously we can't get, we'll look at the fertilizers as well. I don't think we have, yeah, we don't have a seeder right now, but we also need a fertilizer and something to spray lime as well, because lime's going to have to go down before we can start seeding. So this is really just to take back up to the farm for just now. So let's go grab some seeds. Let's do, these are all the same price. I'm surprised that this is not cheaper than this, just because of how small it is. Even though it gives the same amount of litres, but it's more compact in a way. And then same with this, like this gives you like an extra 50 for the same price, which in a way doesn't make sense, but it does. But hey, so what we'll do is we'll grab 3 of these because we've got one back at home. So we'll do 3 of these, so that'll take it up to 3,000. Actually no, we'll do 4. Because we have one back there, so that's going to fill us up to 5,000 litres, and then we'll just deal with the leftover. So let's go around here. We also have our weight here as well that we can grab back, now that we no longer have nothing attached to the front. So let's do that. And then we will then start refilling this seeder up, so then she is good to go. Obviously we can put solid fertilizer in here, don't know if we should, but hey, this might only take 2,000, 2.5, 3,000, 2.7, okay. What we'll do is, I didn't actually think it was split, but it is split. We'll go around back here and we'll go grab some solid fertilizer to throw in this as well. So let's do that as well. So that's lime, herbicide, solid fertilizer. So we'll grab 3 of these. we'll run back round. We should have done that before actually. It didn't actually really give us that much of a description, to be honest, on that. It just says 5,500 litres for how much it holds in total. It didn't actually split it up. So there you go. Perfect. So we're refilled there, so we will now head back to the farm. We'll drop this off, and then we might be able to come back down and do the lime stuff as well. There's just a lot that needs done right now. Like, there's a lot. Like, it's all hands on now for to be ready for the winter season. But I think in the next episode we'll do the planting, because I feel like we're not going to be able to plant in this episode because of how long it's going to take, because we have to clear the bales off the field as well still, so that's still on the agenda of things to do. But we'll get the seeder back and then we'll go back down and grab the limer as well. Right, we'll just back her into here for just now, so that she's out the way. And then back down to the shop and go grab a lime spreader, because we're going to need it, along with fertilisers. There's just so much that we need to buy right now. It's like kind of ridiculous. Well, actually no, we don't need a fertiliser sprayer because we've got it with the seeder. But when it comes to like during its growth stage, then we will. We might have it as well during one of these episodes. I'm not too sure what episode yet, but if I can get a friend or a few friends come in, they'll come in as like neighbourhood farmers as part of the series as well, and tag along and help with a few jobs as we progress further into the series, just to give us a helping hand. As you know, us British farmers like to have we like to help each other on the farmland, like happened with my family as well, as they would help out during a farmer that was just across from them. They helped during their harvest season just to give them a helping hand, to help keep the money down, then getting in another worker So we need a lime spreader that can take lime. So we will do this one, and we will do 9,000 litres, which is fine. We don't need anything special in this. We're just going to lease it, and then we are going to grab some lime as well. So that's 2,000. So we'll pick up 4, and then that will be good on that front as well. We're probably, I think there's a production mod as well that you can make your own lime out of, which can save you a lot of money, which I believe is done from stones, but collecting stones on fields can be very, very time consuming and can be a bit of like sleepy res sleeper. So I'm not too sure if we'll do that. We'll see how we want to progress with Hamish on this farm, and hopefully that's putting the wrong fertilizer. That's just not what we wanted. So we need to unload that. I don't know how that picked up that when we were parked right next to the lime, but hey, oh, it picked up the fertilizer spreader on the other side of the line. But here we are. Perfect. Now we are filled 88% at 8,000 litres. So, what a good number. And it is very, very dark now. It is 7 PM. So, we're definitely not going to be spreading the field. And we are definitely not going to be doing anything else on this farm, I don't think. I don't fancy collecting bales in the middle of the night right now. Because we don't even own a telehandler. I mean, we do own the JCB that has a front loader attachment, but yeah, I don't think risking at night time doing bales is going to be the best idea. I feel like that'll become an utter disaster in the longevity of things. Did those samples come back yet? I didn't actually see the notification for it unless I missed it. I'm going to actually have to go check that and see if those samples have came back. I was not paying attention. If it did, then I missed it. Right, so back at the farm we are. We'll park this under this tarp here. So then she is safely out of the way. So if it does rain, we're not going to get rain into it. If she actually wants to turn and be nice to me today, it would be extremely helpful. There we go, perfect. We'll just leave those down there at the moment, and then we will take a look at this. We'll let that save as well. So, let's have a look. Precision farming. Right, so we've got red on the nitrogen, which means there's barely any, there's no nitrogen on these two fields after the harvest. We've got 40 here, we've got about 20 here. So yeah, it's definitely needing lime put on it. Yield expectancy is okay on this field. In this field, it could do with a bit of shaping up over here, but the lime will fix that, and so will the fertilizer with the next growth. So we have loamy sand here. Looks like it's going diagonal. You got sandy loam here. You got loam down here, loam down here, loam down here. So basically, this one's got like a zebra pattern going over it. This one's got like mostly loamy sand, no, sandy loam. My apologies. And this one's got like a little bit, just over 50% of sandy loam compared to loam on it. So good mix, helpful. And then, as I say, this is just grass up here, which is not really a big concern. This will be good for the sheep and the cat. I need to go check the Highland. I need to go check on the Highland cattle actually real quick. So let me park this up real quick, and then we'll take a rundown in the darkness on how this Highland cattle needs to be looked after. Took a while to turn that engine off, but it's fine. It's run down over to here. We'll run over the grass. We don't actually have a flashlight. I could actually, so I need to buy a flashlight, which we'll buy the next time we're down in the store. So animals, we've got 15 out of 112 here in this pasture. We've got no health and no food. Ooh, that's not a good thing. So these guys do need water, even though it does show that there's water here, but it's saying 0%. So yeah, okay, so okay. Okay, so we are going to need to deal with all this. Yeah, they've got nothing going on, so that's definitely going to be on the agenda. Can these guys take straw? No, it's all mixed rations and stuff like that. So, to be honest, why is this saying 80% and 100% here when we've got 0, 0, 0? I wonder if this is bugged at this moment in time. But that's fine. We've got loads of straw bales to deal with, and yeah, we'll be okay. We'll fix that. We will fix that. So let's go up to the farm, and then we will have some sleep for the night, and then in the next episode we will deal with clearing off the bales, doing some lime on the fields, and everything like that. So here's our little home. And yeah, but yeah. And good morning, welcome to day 3 on Hamish and McArthur's adventure on the farm. We're up here in the bedroom. We've just woken up. It's 7 o'clock in the morning, up in KinLaig, and we're going to see what the day takes us today. We're going to clear out some bales on the fields that have been left behind. We're going to lime the fields and get them all prepped, and then we're going to get the first planting for next season, as well as some other stuff in this adventure. So yeah, stick around. We'll take a look at some contracts as well, and yeah, we'll be ready for the winter as the plan goes ahead. So join us. So yeah, we're just woken up, and we are now going to go outside the bedroom, close the door. Oh, we've got our attic open. Oh, that's great. So let's come down, and we will go outside. So I say nice and early for the day for Hamish, and yeah, not your normal day, but yeah, nice and bright and early for everyone today. So yeah, we're going to take a look at the sheep, we're going to take a look at the cattle, see how everyone's getting on in here, and yeah, we're just going to take her from there. So we are needing some, to be honest, it's actually not been too bad, to be honest. We might have to get some, actually food is already full, grass is already full. We're actually okay in terms of that, so that's all good. We do have some straw here anyway. I don't think we can we lift this? Oh, we can. Sick. And we'll just leave that there, because then that's just going to fill up the troughs for them as they need them, keep them going. We'll just make sure that that is tucked in really, really nicely, because you don't want to be hitting it with the tractor by accident. But yeah, we've got some wool happening here, so we'll just let that continue doing what it's doing, and let's go take a run, or should I say a walk over to our cattle and see what they're in need of, because I feel like we're kind of just abandoning them a little bit, but we're trying not to. But yeah, we're going to get all these bales off the field as well and get these fields prepped, because they've got weeds growing on them, so that's going to be fun. Well, that's all our cattle anyway. I see one over there just chilling, but yeah, we should actually have quite a few in here. So how are they doing? Oh, they need quite a lot actually. Oh, they're gonna need. Ooh. Okay, so they're gonna need water. They're gonna need food. Yeah, they're gonna need. Yeah, they need a lot, to be honest. Like they're feeling it tough right now. What are these? Where are these? These guys ain't here. Like, because if you go to here, you can only see that we only have like 5 cattle right now. But then, oh, is this to buy? Oh, these are to buy. Ah, fair. So yeah, the Highland cattle is very expensive, to be honest. But yeah, let's get this trough sorted as well. So we will go ahead and deal with that. So we need hay, silage. We don't have silage right now. I mean, we could do a bit of silage by doing the grass field. Doing like a mix between grass and silage to get the mixed ration going. But yeah, right, we need a utility trailer and we need some water. So we need a lot. So we need to go get a utility trailer with some water. We need a telehandler to deal with elves. We need a bale trailer. Yeah, it's going to be a long one. It's going to be one of those busy days on the farm. So yeah, oh, we've got some Halloween stuff going, even though Halloween's passed. But hey. Right, let's go to the shop. So as normal, park outside the box, the keep clear box, and then we can then have a look. So we still have some discounts going on, not a lot. We're not really interested in any of this right now. So with that, we will go ahead and we are here particularly for one thing at this moment in time, which is one of these. So we don't need an awfully big one, but we do at the same time. So we don't need like something like this. This is like way too big right now. We don't actually have like a lot of cows and cattle for this. So what we'll do is we'll grab, like, say, we'll grab this one. It's 17. And what we'll do is we'll keep our white as well, actually, because that's not really going to make much of a difference. And then we will just buy her, because why not? Like, it's not really going to be much harm to us. While we're here as well, we will take a look at the forge stuff, but then we don't have any silage, so it's going to be a bit hard to do that for the mixed ration, unless we buy it. Unless we buy it, which is probably not what we want to be doing right now, actually, to be honest with you. So, oh, did not mean to do that. I was meant to press the escape button. Let's see. Animals. Ooh, oh no, that's for the horses. Okay. Right. So while we're here as well, I'm kind of going off course right now. We need a trailer for bales. So, let's see. That's a 16-foot one. That's quite nice actually as well. Safety frame, yes and no. What's the difference? Okay, well, the safety frame just looks like it's flattened, but it's not at the same time. And you got a small one like this. Okay, well, what we'll do is we'll get this one. We're only just going to lease it though. Bale support, front and rear. What does this mean? Okay, decals. No. UK. Tension belts, yes. Main colour is all this. I don't know what this bale support means, to be honest. We'll just go without it. Auto load, no. I like to do stuff manually. Right, so we'll grab the trailer. We also then need a telehandler that we're going to lease out as well. So we're going to get a nice telehandler. We're going to get we may as well get the class because it's actually cheaper across all of them, which is a modded class, which is kind of nice. It's a class Scorpion 10033 GPS module. Don't know why you would want GPS on a class, but yeah, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about it. So we got that, and then we need the bale forks. Which are going to be... Is it going to be these ones? Is it these ones or is it the other ones? I forget what ones it is. I forget what ones it is. I guess it is those. So let's do the telehandler. We'll keep it in black. And then we will buy it outright. We're not going to lease these. There's no point in leasing it because we're probably going to be using them a lot anyway. And do we need anything else? We've got the bale trailer, telehandler, the telehandler forks. We've got I think we're good. We're good. Right, perfect. So let's get all this organised to head back to the farm. So we're going to have to do a few runs. We're going to have to fill up this water, which there is a river running past by the shop here, so we're going to have to see on how we're going to access that in a mannerly fashion to fill this thing up. So let's take a look at the map and see how it's best. We have a lot of contracts as well. These are going to be ready for December when the winter season hits, because we're going to need jobs to do in the meantime while our stuff is growing. Okay, so we continue down this road and go underneath this rail bridge. There's a little gap right here where we might be able to squeeze in and go grab some water from there. So let's go do that real quick. So then we can get these cattle some thirst in them, because they're probably thirsty as anything. So let's take a drive. We've not really been down this part of the map yet, to be honest, so it's gonna be kind of nice. Different scene. Spruce Bridge. Right, so as we said, we will continue down here just a little bit, and then on the left hand side we should gain access to this lake slash reservoir area, to be able to just back her in. Well, yeah, it's meant to be right here, but there's a stone wall here. This is blinding me right now in terms of everything. I mean, we could probably go this side actually and like back her in. So like a backing area here. Are we going to be able to get... Oh, there's an embankment right here actually. Sorry bushies, sorry trees, we're kind of needing access to this. Sorry. Ah, perfect. Right, so we'll use this temporary, and then eventually we will build something else back at farm, whether it's like our own water pump or something like that. Oh, it's because of the weight now. This is going to be great. There we go. Sheesh. Okay, I thought we were going to get stuck there for a second. Right, we have now made it back to the field with the telehandler, and now it's time to go around collecting bales. This is going to be interesting because I am using my mouse for this at this moment in time, so we'll see how it goes. Should be fine. I just do not have my thing set up just yet to make this a whole lot easier, which is the farming sim panel. If any of you guys have seen it before, you can get it if you would like it. It makes using like stuff like this a whole lot easier, but I have just not been able to set it up because I did not think I would need it, but hey ho. And I've got a very, very small desk, so in terms of everything else, I was like kind of just hoping I might just be able to just use this and we might be fine. As long as I keep it level, which if you look down in the bottom right hand corner next to the speedometer, it actually tells me what angle my spikes is sitting at, and you know, as we go up the hill it either increases or decreases. So let's go ahead, let's get these bales loaded, and yeah, we will be back with you very, very shortly. Right, just 2 more stacks. It's not actually been too bad, to be honest. Something feels so satisfying is just stacking bales manually on a trailer and then unloading them as well. It's something just so satisfying to be doing compared to just auto loading and unloading. It just gives you that little gratitude of satisfaction, because then you can actually put them like how you want them as well, which really does help. Obviously this is just temporary, they're in here, but they will be getting moved properly to a new place. We're going to have to bump this tractor forward to be able to grab these final 3 bales off. It is just a bit too close for our liking. And just remember, just be careful, because these bales are not strapped on, so we need to be extremely careful, because the tension straps have been removed. But we'll just grab these last 3 bales off, and then that is the field. It's now clear of bales, and they are now up here. Obviously we need to make them into straw as well, so we're going to have, obviously, not straw, we need to make them into hay. Should I say, not straw, because they're already straw. We need to make them into hay. Perfect. Perfect. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to actually leave this in here, because we're no longer needing this for just now. And what we'll do is, to save us money in the longevity of things, we're actually going to go return this trailer, because we've actually used it for what we needed it for, which was just to move the bales. But in the longevity of things, we will eventually buy this trailer. But for just now, I don't think we're going to need it. But if we do, then we can just lease it again. So let's take her back. Let's take this back to the shops, and we will look at the feeding stuff to get these cows ready. Right, perfect. So we've now done that. So I think we just need a straw blower, don't we? Because this makes hay, doesn't it? So I think we just need one of these. We put the bale basically in here, and then it just blows hay into the turf. So what we'll do is we'll grab one of these, we'll lease it. Perfectly just what we need. Saves us buying like one of these forge wagon mixers. Yes, the mix rations are going to be a bit better in the longevity of things, but at the same time we don't, 1, have silage, 2, we don't have grass, so it's kind of like, you know, let's give them at least something, like at least some hay, just to get them by for just now, because we are going to have to cut some grass and then deal with all that, which is more work, which is probably something we can do during the winter, in the grand scheme of things. So let's take this back up to the farm. We'll put a few bales in it. We'll probably put two bales in it at least, and then we'll take her down to the cattle and give them a feed. So yeah, let's dash back up to the farm then. I'm hoping that this is what we need for the cattle. I actually totally forget the sequence that we're meant to be using, but yeah, we should be fine. Okay, it turns out Hamish does not know how to make hay, so Hamish needs to get his old brain out and figure out what he's doing So we're just going to leave that there. Hamish decided to press a button thinking it would work, but tried to get the bales out, but nope. But it's fine, we'll deal with that mess when we need to. So next up is what we're going to do. I know that we need to prep these fields, we need to lime them, but we do have weeds growing on them, so we're going to have to get herbicide and all that. Yeah. So let's go ahead, let's lime these fields, let's get these fields ready to go, and then we should be good after that. So let's grab our limer. We're going to probably have to refill this again, because we've got 3 fields to lime, to prep for the season's first plant. So let's take this out, but we're just not going to worry about that straw. Hamish is still learning, okay? It's his first farm that he's ever owned. He just thought, taking a risk into the agricultural, and yeah, we're learning as we go. So we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt on this one. Right, so let's start spraying this field. We're going to have to do that edge, but we'll come back to that edge once we can. Yeah, right. I will be back with you very, very shortly once we have limed all the 3 fields. there's a long process of doing lime. I will tell you that one for sure. But that is all 3 fields now limed and ready and prepped for the seeds to go in. So we're going to grab the seeder. We're also going to do that as well on all 3 fields. We need to figure out what crop it is that we're putting in, unless we want to wait later on and then plant something else. But we're going to just take a quick look once we get this parked up, and then we will take a quick snap look at what we can do in terms of everything. So let's take a look at that and take it from there. Just going to do a quick save. Perfect. Not what we're looking for. We are looking for the calendar. Alright, so we are in planting season for canola, barley, oilseed radish, and wheat. So we can now plant wheat. So I feel we should plant possibly some canola. Canola's quite high, to be honest. 730. Wheat's 4. Yeah, so we could probably plant some canola. Probably a lot of canola actually. We'll probably just put all the canola on all the fields, to be honest, and just start raking in that money from that profit, or put it into the production facilities once we start making footprint land for the production facilities, and do some other stuff like the stuff down here. Like we can do canola oil, which will sell for a lot as well. I don't know what else canola would be used for in terms of all this, but like we have a lot of things, but we just do not have the factory work for it yet. So it is definitely going to be one for doing all that. So what we'll do is we'll do 3 canolas, and then we'll be good. And then yeah, we'll take it from there, because these are like really good. Like these are real high prices. So yeah, so we'll do that. But Hamish, before he goes back out, is going to nip for a quick toilet in the bathroom, because he's been on the farm all morning. He's going to have a quick break, and then yeah, we will come back once that's not the kitchen. Hamish, where's your kitchen in this house? Is this your kitchen? Nope. Wait, where is the kitchen? Oh, it's right here. Right, so we're just going to make something quick to eat, grab a quick brew, and then we'll come back. That looks scary, but if you're looking for that window at me. But yeah, right, we'll be right back. Ah, that was a nice cuppa and a few bits of toast for our lunch. Nice sandwich as well. That was nice. Nice. Right, so I said back out on the farm. We need to get to the planting. It's time to get the seeds in to the soil. So let's jump into our New Holland, our dirty New Holland, but hell, we don't talk about it. And we'll grab up the seeder, and we'll take her out to the field. and we want canola. Right, let's let the planting season begin. So yeah, we're just going to tackle this. This shouldn't take too long, depending. We've got 3 fields to plant of canola, so we'll get them into the soil, and then we're going to have to do a bit of rolling, I think, as well. But all's a goodin', all's a goodin'. So I'll talk to you very, very soon. Enjoy the music, and enjoy the time lapse. That took so long to plant and seed 3 fields. I did not think it was going to take that long, but it did. And now the fields need rolling so the seeds can mulch into the ground properly. And that, I will save yous the boredomness of seeing that. I will do that outside of the video, and the next time you see the fields, they will all have been rolled and all have been ready, and then all we've got to do is just wait. And then we just got to figure out what else we're going to do on the farm as we're waiting for these to grow. Obviously we've got the grass that needs cut. We're going to need another cut grass, another mower, because we've only got a front mower. We're going to need one for the rear, and then we're going to have to get a windrower and all that stuff. So we're going to have to deal with all that during our winter season, as well as possibly some contracts to keep us busy, because we can't really do much with 3 fields during the winter season, as now they've got crops on them, other than just monitoring them and fertilise them. So yeah, it's been one busy day on the farm. One busy day. Oh yeah, we've got seeds in here, don't we, as well? That's always great fun. I always forget that they're in there. Oh yeah, I think it is Hamish's sleepy time, or dinner time possibly, before he jumps back out and does some rolling on the fields, because yeah, that was a long day of seeding. A long day of seeding it has been. Why is there Halloween stuff here? There's a pumpkin there still. It is past Halloween, but hey, I guess we live to see another day. But yeah, how's our sheep getting on? How's our sheep getting on over here? Ah, they're actually doing not too bad. They're actually doing quite nicely, to be honest. It's only got 323 litres, and yeah, okay. They've been actually dealing with this quite well, so all good. All good, all good. Yeah, right, let's go ahead and shut our gate on the main farm, and we'll go inside and we'll close up this episode until the next one, until the very next one. But yeah, right, there you have it. Appreciate you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed today's episode. Kind of a different one, kind of splitting up day 2 and day 3 into one big episode, because we didn't really do much on day 2. We really just did some baling and some bale stacking, and then just buying some extra equipment ready for the preparation of the fields. And then obviously today, for day 3, we've done some liming, we've done the seeding on the fields, we've got canola on the fields now, and it's also, you know, just needing rolled now, which I'm going to obviously save you guys the boredom of watching me roll a field or fields with Hamish. So yeah, in the next episode, we'll cut some grass, we'll do some other stuff, we'll see how the cattle's getting on. But yeah, if you did like this content and you did enjoy the video, be sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the post notification bell, so you get notified when the episode 3 comes out, and also leave a like, drop a comment, and I will talk to you very soon, hivers, and I'll see you in the next one. Good night.